Hello, YouTube. Luigi here. Today I'm going to talk about how to hack a hat. How to take a hat that's way too big for you and make it fit. This is a old, crummy, black leather Greek fisherman's hat that I bought on eBay, made in China. But we're not going to start here. We're going to start about my very, very first Greek fisherman's hat. When I was in college, I had the good fortune of hooking up with a wonderful gal who would go to the island of Samos in Greece every summer, for several years. And when she came back from her first trip, I'm still in Houston, she gave me a Greek fisherman's hat. I didn't know anything about them, but there was a hat maker on this island, and she asked him to make a hat 2 sizes larger than the biggest one he had ever made. And he did, and she brought it back, and it fit perfectly. And because this hat came from her, it was always very special to me. And one night in December of 1974, I'm walking in downtown Michigan on a sidewalk that's got a very high fence between the sidewalk and a very deep excavation for a skyscraper. And it's really, really, really cold, and the wind is absolutely bitter as it can get in northern Michigan. And the wind picks my cap up off my head over the fence, and it falls down into the pit. And that memory of losing the hat became symbolic of and emblematic of the end of that relationship with this marvelous lady. And the image of that hat drifting down into the hole, haunted me for an awful lot of years. Okay, jump ahead 40 years. I want to buy another Greek fisherman's hat. I want to buy a leather one. I want to buy a black leather one. So I go to eBay and I find this thing made in China for like dirt cheap. And it said, you can tell it was written by a Chinaman. It said, made from sheep, might have smell, please understand. Well, I've had this for a lot of years. It's fallen apart. See? But it was good looking and lasted as long as it did. And you can see where it's just all chewed up. So, I don't know, maybe I got 4 or 5 years out of this. But I realized, okay, what do you expect for buying a $7 hat from China, made from sheep? I'm not even sure that's leather. Sheep, these sheep or otherwise. So, I buy another one. I measure my head in inches. This is brown leather from Poland. I measure my head in inches. I measure my head in centimeters. I go to the seller's website, and he said my hat should be a 2XL. Well, that's perfect, because this one is a 2XL. This black one that I'm throwing away. Actually, I pulled it out of the garbage to make this video. So that's perfect. Buying a 2XL. It takes a while to come from Poland. And it gets here, and the damn thing is like 50 sizes too big. Wah, wah, wah. So disappointed. I waited so long for it. I really wanted it. So what do? Well, we're guys. We identify problems, and we fix them. We don't go off into panic mode and start crying. We just take care of business. So I went to Home Depot, and I bought a roll of this sponge neoprene with a sticky back. You can see it's 3/4 of an inch by 7/16. And I lined, you can see it here, this gray thing, the inside of the brim with this. And now I have a cap that is snugly secure. See the Sterkowski? That's the name of the Polish manufacturer. Now I first tried putting the band inside, my neoprene inside here, but it was so thick it wouldn't fold. So I put it here, and I'm really happy with the results. I mean, I didn't have to send something back to Poland, which I never would have done. I would have just chalked up the loss. And now I got a brown one, and a quality hat at that. You can just tell by looking at the workmanship and all that, and it works fine. So there you go. It's possible to make a loose hat fit more tightly. And I even did that years ago with this one. Now, this is not the hat that Steve Burdett gave me. This is something I've had for years. It's kind of dusty, even though I tried to sponge it off. It's more like an Australian sheep herder's hat. And it was loose. So what I did is I took one of these big elastic things, and I slipped it behind this brown band. And it tightened it up to the point where, yeah, it felt fine. So, you know, if you just use your noodle, we can solve a lot of these problems. I'm very happy with this. This is going to stay compressible for an awful long time. It's sponge neoprene. The sticky back is, you're not going to peel this off unless you really, really want to. And it saved a purchase that somebody else might have sent it back to Poland. All right, that's my hack hat. Well, let's just see this again. It's weather stripping. It says rubber foam. I call it sponge neoprene. And you can see exactly what it is. Now, this comes in different thicknesses and different widths. Home Depot had a whole bunch of this, and it was an inexpensive fit on a hat that cost more than $80 with the shipping. See, good hat, $80. Cheap hat, falls apart, $7. All right, everybody, God bless you. I love you all. Take good care. Bye-bye.